Hello everyone, we're going to be going homework number 8, 13, and 14. Let's go over 13. Using the z-table, find a critical value, or values, for an alpha that equals to 0.015 left-tailed test. So, let's get right to it. So, as I stated before, we're going to be finding the critical value, or CV, using the z-table. Now, when it refers to the z-table, it's going to be talking about this chart right here, as I refer to it as the SNCPT. So with that out of the way, let's write down what we know. We know that we're dealing with a left-tailed test, and we know that our alpha is going to equal to 0.015. So let's go on. So the way I interpret it is we're going to be finding the A value, 0.015, in the z-table. And that's what it's going to look like, is we're going to be going all over this table until we find that number 0.015. In this case, I've already circled it. 0.0150 corresponds to negative 2.17, as I've written down here. So that kind of gives us the answer already. Our answer is negative 2.17. Now, something I want to put out there is that we are dealing with a left tail. Now, with the left tail, meaning our critical value is always going to be equal to a negative number. Now, since our answer is already a negative number, we don't have to change anything. Now, with that done, let's go over 14. All right, number 14 says, using the z-table, determine the critical values for a two-tailed test when alpha is equal to 0.03. So let's go over to the whiteboard. So as I did before, we're going to be finding the critical value, CV, using the z-table. So let's write down what we know. We're dealing with a two-tailed test, and our alpha is going to be equal to 0.03. Now, as we did before, we're going to be finding the A value in the z-table. In this case, our A value is going to be 0.03. But something different is we're dealing with a two-tailed test. So what a two-tailed test means, we're occupying two spaces on this little figure. So the way we're going to change our alpha is we're going to be doing alpha divided by 2. So now what that's going to be looking like is 0.03 divided by 2 is equal to our new alpha, 0.015. And with that alpha, we're going to be scouring through our SNCPT until we find it. In this case, it's the same answer, 0.0150, which is negative 2.17 is equal to 0.015. Now, as I said before, we're dealing with a two-tailed, and when we're dealing with a two-tailed, our critical value is going to equal a positive and negative number. So we're going to apply that to our negative 2.17, which makes it a positive and negative 2.17. Now that covers 13 and 14, and have the great rest of the day.